The Houston police officer now at home after recovering after police say he was shot in the leg. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tom Abrams. The suspect has died after a 3-hour-long standoff with officers. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is live in Southeast Houston with the latest. Brooke?
Tom, at least one detective still here, much quieter than earlier this morning when this entire complex was filled with SWAT teams and officers just trying to make sure that this standoff ended peacefully while the suspect hid inside one of these apartments. SWAT teams swarming this apartment complex on Roydron Drive after a Houston police officer was shot in the leg.
He got on the radio and asked for backup. As he was going and looking for where the gunshots were coming from, a suspect fired upon him.
When backup did arrive, the suspect no longer there. Police say he was later found barricaded inside an apartment with a mattress up against the windows. His family called to the scene to try and reason with the suspect.
They've been very helpful.
But officials say that didn't work. The suspect firing several rounds at officers before 9 a.m. No one was hit. Officers never returned fire. They made entry into the apartment around noon, where the gunman was found dead after police say he turned the gun on himself. People who live in the apartment complex relieved no one else was hurt.
Scary, especially because I'm here by myself and with my kids. It's alarming.
The officer shot in the leg has been released from the hospital. His department thankful.
Our officer, they put their life at risk every day, and we can't say enough about the job they do.
And Chief Inner says that officer who was hurt has only been with HPD for a year now. He says he was able to visit him, though, and is in good spirits tonight. We're live in Southeast Houston. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Brooke. In the midst of that hours-long standoff, ABC 13 did speak exclusively with the family of the suspect, his aunt and uncle, telling us he's had mental health issues, and they tried to prevent anything like this from ever happening. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter has that part of the story.
We got a call around 3 in the morning saying there was an incident.
Jeremy Jones, who says he's the suspect's uncle, drove here from the Austin area after hearing from Houston police that his nephew was involved in a standoff with them.
The family in this case, we also pray for them. They're suffering. They've been very helpful.
Throughout the morning, Jones says he was able to talk to his nephew through Facebook Messenger as he was holed up in an apartment on the city's southeast side after being accused of shooting an officer.
For the most part, he was saying that he was sorry, he made a mistake and that he didn't want to die.
Jones says his nephew has mental health issues.
This breaks my heart because, we did see something coming, not this, but, it's messed up.
He says the family was concerned about his nephew having guns, and after an episode a couple of weeks ago, called HPD for help.
I knew that he had an AR-15. I knew that he had other weapons, and so when he had that episode, we called to the police station to see what could we do to get the guns or to possibly turn them in, and there was no help because he's not a felon, because he hadn't did anything at the time. They said there was nothing that could be done.
We asked HPD about the suspect's mental health and if they knew of any previous calls regarding him. They say at this point it's too early in the investigation to say. Despite the family's efforts,
We love you, we need you, we want to see you safe.
A tough end for everyone involved.
We appreciate what they've done to try to get this resolved successfully. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that this time.
In Southeast Houston, Courtney Carpenter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.